Okay, guys, welcome to Offroad Diaries' first podcast. Krista does her own podcast that a lot of you don't know about. It's called Camper Chicks, but we're actually leaning towards bringing some content for you guys to our channel to get to meet some of the people that are actually in our channel. These are people that I don't only call family or friends, excuse me. I call them family as well.
They're not family, they're friends.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
They're familiar.
So we wanted to introduce you guys on our very first podcast. We wanted to introduce you guys to Colt, Clint, and Dustin. They are brothers. They run Whiskey Throttle. They have different dynamics that they are part of with Whiskey Throttle. Some of them are more ahead, like in your face, right? And some of you guys are more behind the scenes, but you all put on a show. We kind of wanted you guys to have the opportunity to get to know them. They are some of the most coolest, sweetest, amazing people you'll ever meet. They have genuine souls, genuine hearts. You're probably not going to find a family that is as strongly bonded by love and the passion for the hobbies that they do than these three right here. They have amazing wives that we've all become friends and family with, cousins and nephews. I mean, y'all have like what, 743 people in your family tree just in Utah?
Pretty close.
Dude, yeah, so many.
So tell me, guys, whoever wants to tell me is fine. I know the story, but nobody else seems to. How did Whiskey Throttle start?
As far as us brothers, we all played soccer growing up, did sports together. When Clint met J-Mom, they got into snowmobiling, dirt bikes, all that type of stuff. Jaden had her best friend Katie. Clint had his best friend Tyson Moran, and they kind of came together and decided to buy a school bus, build it out into a motorhome. Back then, they were like, what, $3,000?
What year was this?
Yeah, this was $4,200 with a full tank of gas.
Yeah. What year was it? Like
2013, right?
Yeah,
it was a
somewhere
long
in there.
time ago.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah, around 2010 to 2013, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Before schoolies were a thing.
Right,
This
right,
was
right.
Way back in the day. And so they bought that, got into off-road, and or got into, dirt bikes and snowmobiles and stuff like that. And then me and Dustin went and bought rhinos. Yamaha rhinos. Woo.
Oh, really?
All of the 35 horsepower or whatever.
Yeah.
And we're
I
like,
think they had like 42, didn't they?
yeah. And they were like, we're going to go to the dunes with you guys in our rhinos. And we did. And we just ripped them. And then we just kind of progressed from there. And we all ended up buying buses. We ended up buying, what year did we build the YXZ in? That was kind of when Whiskey Throttle changed. The first time.
Which time?
The YXZ's been built like 4 different times. So Whiskey Throttle was like our group that we just rode together. We sold T-shirts, but didn't really sell T-shirts.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like, we cruise around in a bus. We call ourselves Whiskey Throttle School District, and we ride. And then me and Clinton, we went out. Actually, the YXZ was for sale at this time. It was for sale. And we went out riding with ADS, was it? The owners of ADS?
Yep. Yeah, they were out there doing a photo shoot.
And there was just this crowd. We just kept getting a crowd and a crowd and a crowd. And so I was like, nah. Can I swear on this? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, meow. And just sent it. Like, I was in a stock YXZ, like bone stock, just seats, cage. It had a cage and stuff, but other suspension was stock. It had a turbo kit, but it was an MPI turbo kit that was 150 to the wheels at max. And so I sent it huge on this jump, and everyone was like, holy, this is amazing. And it tweaked my back a little bit. Ooh. But it was so much fun that we called Carly. She wasn't there at the time. We were all at the dunes without her. And I was like, hey, babe, I don't want to sell the YXZ. I want to keep it. So she took it off. Took the for sale post off, and then we came home and was like, hey, babe, we want to jump it, but if we're going to jump it, we need to have safety. Mm-hmm. And then we spent probably triple the amount of the YXZ.
And this is the same YXZ that you still have.
Yep, this is Huckleberry. This is Huckleberry. I bought it in 2018 or something like that.
Really?
It was
Did you
yellow.
buy it brand new?
No, I bought it used. It was yellow with a stock cage, stock everything, except for an MPI turbo kit.
Ah.
And I bought it for, I think it was $18,000.
Really?
Wow.
And now
You have a mortgage inside of it.
Yes, I could probably pay my house
It is
off.
funded by Carly.
It is.
I would say you have a large sponsorship with Clint as well. 'cause
Yeah,
I
with
think
his
he's put
welding
a lot
skills.
of time.
Between Clint's welding skills and my mechanical skills, and Carly's financial skills,
And Jaden's patience.
and
Yeah.
Jaden's patience,
Oh my God.
Really during those first 2 years, it was us four that kind of really just went headstrong. We went to every takeover event. I mean, in Oklahoma, we went clear to Oklahoma. We broke it at Invasion. In Oklahoma, we were leaving Invasion and just going to go straight to Oklahoma that year. What was it, 21?
Yeah, I
think it was
think so.
21.
It was 21. I remember seeing the pictures.
Yeah, so we broke it in Invade. Clint broke it the first time he ever
Oh, yeah,
drove
the
it.
muffler.
Oh, way to go, Clint. Wow.
Someone's
And-
got to drive that thing.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
And then we went to Oklahoma. So we came home. We're like, hey, girls, we're not going to go. So me and Clint went to Invasion. Clint broke it. We're like, hey, we're not going to go. Don't plan on going. We all had time off work. And as we're driving home, I can't remember what podcast we were listening to, but we were both listening to the same podcast.
I think it was one of Andy's.
Andy Frisella's.
Probably
Yeah.
one of Andy Frisella's. And we're like, okay, we can do this. So we get home. We spend literally all night working on the machine. And Clark was like, okay, let's go. I know
Dude, we had told them 3 different times. At first, at the event, we were like, we're not going. The machine just broke.
Uh-huh.
And then on the way home, or right before we left, we were like, we're going to fix it. We're going to go.
And
And then on the way home, we were like, we're not going to go. And then we listened to Andy's podcast, and it's like, we're going to go.
What did
Literally
he
went back
say?
and
What
forth.
did Andy say to you guys?
It was just, I don't know, something that he just struck a chord, and we both looked at each other on the ride home. We were like, we need to do it.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to go, man.
Yep.
That's-
So did you end up going?
We ended
Yeah.
up going. We
And you
drove
fixed the YXC?
all the way to Oklahoma, Winoka Sand Dunes, which are amazing.
Are they?
Literally, that town is the coolest town in the world.
Is it?
I want to go back there so
I
bad.
would love to
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah.
It's on my list, my
Yeah.
to-do list for
Yeah,
sure.
man, Takeover's event there was so amazing. And so we go there, we're out testing, and we bend the shock tower. And those of you who follow us know that we have issues with shock towers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
just
chat.
little issues.
Little issue.
So we're driving around trying to figure out how we're going to fix this shock tower before the jump. And we find this dude that basically is like, hey, you can just use my shop. Opens the door and says, go ahead, just use it.
Wow.
We were there all day, using his welders, everything he had. He had that sand rail had to have been $100,000 sand rail
Yeah.
in his shop, just chilling. He was an awesome dude. And then it ended up being we didn't have a good enough welder. What was it?
Yeah, it was just a little 110
It was
welder.
a little 110 welder. So we had to go down the road a little ways, and another dude let us use his shop. I'm telling you, this town is full of amazing people. And so we ended up getting it fixed, and then I totally it up. The wind, we had crazy headwind, and so I let off the gas just a little bit. And in a YXZ, it's not like driving with CVT.
Right.
You let off, and it really changes your momentum. And so
Right.
Quickly?
quickly.
Yeah.
And so I let off a little bit, and I just stuck the nose right in the sand and just tore the whole front end off. It was really bad.
That was
Really bad.
before the safe sled.
Yeah, that was
Go getting it back.
Oh, man. How deep in the dunes were you guys?
it was. I mean, it wasn't far in the dunes, but the track, in Winoka, it's weird. You've got this almost sand highway that is 2 miles, maybe a mile,
Yeah.
something like that. 2 miles of just whoops almost to get to the sand dunes. And then when you're at the sand dunes, we were probably 6 or 7 dunes in, something like that, somewhere right around there. The people who've been to Winoka, they know exactly where we jump, and so it wasn't crazy bad to get it out, but it was pretty bad. Me and Clint were fighting and yelling at each
Oh,
other.
no.
Oh, yeah, that's the
What
closest.
do you mean y'all fight? I've
Yeah, that's
never
the
knew
closest
that you...
we've been to fighting.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yep.
Didn't
I
even
can't
have the
imagine
referee,
that.
Dustin, there at all?
No.
Oh,
Dustin
no,
wasn't
yeah.
there.
Dustin is the level head.
Yeah.
But Clint's pretty chill. I could see Colt starting Yeah, but Clint's pretty chill.
I'm chill until I'm not.
So guys, check it out. We're actually here at a pit bike party to throw. We've literally snuck away to give you guys a little taste. We're gonna do a little bit of more drinky drinks, and we're actually gonna go do some a little brief pit bike racing intermission. So you guys are about to go from inside Misty to outside and watch us have a blast. And then we're going to come back later on when we've been tuned up with new spark plugs and all, and we're going to talk to you guys some more, okay? So we'll see you back in a little bit. Cheers.
We'll see you
Goodbye.
soon. Bye.
Okay, so here we are at the intermission. We got the Whiskey Throttle School District Pit Bike Party for J-Mom. What do you have there? Is that what you're racing? Look at your shoes, dude. Show me your shoes. What color are your shoes? Orange. So it was an open invitation. Oh, we got Chantel and Dalton here. We got Nate here. So we got a whole slew of people at this party. It's for J-Mom, and we're celebrating J-Mom. We brought her some Oreos and some Arnold Palmers. That's what she likes. Couldn't come empty-handed. Had to bring her a birthday gift. She deserves it. She's a rock star. She's the one that does all the jumps. She's the one that contends with the boys. Like, she puts them to shame. Take a little wander around, see who all we know. Oh, jeez. Got in my personal space. That was my bubble. Stay out of my bubble, Dalton. Okay, I'm gonna give you to Jonathan now. I'm gonna let Jonathan take over.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We got our buddy Brian. He's actually a subscriber who has mutual friends of ours. And then I was like, come hang out with us. So Brian came along, say hi. Yeah, so we're just roaming around talking to everybody, seeing how they're doing, and drinking a little beverages to do a little intermission in between our podcast. I mean, these guys, look at this. Katie, what's your thoughts?
I think this is bad.
Yes.
Watch these guys.
Yes. Let's go see what they're doing. Oh, there we go. We got the Beehive Squad in the house. Okay, that's impressive. Look at this little kid. He's like 4. Come on, hit the gas, hit the gas, hit the gas. That was a 4-year-old.
Beer races soon.
Beer races. Beer races?
Soon. Beer.
Beer. Oh, sign me up. Johnny, tell all my fans, because all the subscribers want to know why you're not in anything anymore. They want to know why you don't want to be a part of my YouTube channel anymore. Is it because of her? Is it her?
No, it's because you told me to stay in the yard where I belong. That's why.
That is true, ladies and gentlemen. He's my landscaper. I'm just joking.
Right.
Where are you going, Dustin?
I'm gonna wear myself out.
Okay.
Probably embarrass myself a little bit.
Okay.
It's doing fun though.
Hit it! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! I want that red, white, blue one.
I don't know what all Jonathan's recorded, but we're gonna hold. We gotta. Look at everybody just having fun. Oh, we're gonna come over here with J-Mom. Straight chaos. Yeah. Oh, be careful of all the stickers. I just kneeled in him. Oh, it's on my toe. Yeah. Oh, that's a big one. I didn't realize it until I was in them. I was like, crap. Everybody go. A little jump here. Are you trying to stop it to race? Are you trying to race? Yeah. track. I think there's gonna be a race. We got a race happening, yeah. I'm gonna go get some shoes on really quick because these stickers are awful. Okay, I've resolved my dilemma. I now have enclosed shoes, so I won't get any more stickers. Let's find out what's happening over here. Jaden, what's happening over here?
We're gonna do a 4-man group race. Each of them has to chug a beer before they can take off on the track. It's a lot of chaos.
Oh gosh, we're gonna come over here with Miss Heidi. Hi.
We're gonna get live footage of some serious shit.
Who's on my team?
Oh, we're doing teams?
It's so you do 2 laps and then you have to. They come in and you have to chug a beer before you can go.
Oh, so it's like a relay race.
Relay race.
Okay, so beer.
Hey, a beer relay race. We probably ought to fill up the
There we
bikes
go.
first.
Oh, hold on. By the way, guys, Jim, tell them really quick about your new YouTube channel you've been posting.
The channel 199 yet.
Channel 199.
Just here for the crash reel and everything else that we can do that's stupid.
That's Jim York, awesome guy. He hangs out with Travis Pastrana a lot, and they just started a YouTube channel called Channel 199. I've watched some of their videos, very, very cool, very well edited. Go check those guys out.
Okay, we're about to start the races. We're gonna go get a good spot. Maybe we'll go in the firewood pile over here. They have to discuss things, you know.
Let's rock and roll. Let's Whiskey Throttle this.
That's right. That's right. We got spectators here. We got spectators all over here. We got spectators in the back. So many people. It's awesome. Again, this is an open invitation. They post this on social media. You're welcome. Bring your pit bikes, bring your motorcycles, bring your bicycles, bring whatever. You can go on this awesome track. They build this here in their yard. No. Chug, chug, chug. You're spilling more than you're drinking. Colton's still chugging. Woo! Colton struggles a little bit. Come on, Colton. There we go. Okay, it's open track time. Beckham is the first to jump on. Go, Beckham, go. Let's see. Go. Go, Beckham. Woo!
A lot of beer. Someone didn't do their job.
I vote for a re-race.
Look at that little scooter. Briggs wants to go for a ride. Open track. Everybody's going to get back on. It's a good time.
You're going for a rip with little one? Say hi. Say hi. No? Okay. He's scared. He'll be all right. Hold on tight, buddy. Oh my God.
That may be a little.
Oh yeah, right? Hey, stay back. Best machine here.
Yeah, buddy.
Tell us all about it. Tell us
Cub, buddy. This
What
is the
year
Honda
is this?
Cub. I think it's 93. I don't know. This is Clavers. This is Jake's Cub.
Can you please send it for me?
Huh?
Can you send it for me?
I don't know if I'll send it, but I'll try.
I got faith in you. There you go. Okay. There you go. Oh, Colton, you managed to break everything in your life. Did you break this bike tonight?
No runs.
Okay, Dalton doesn't break everything. Apparently, Nate has gotten on a bike with the... Oh my God! Oh my God! There he is! Okay guys, as you can tell, we had a freaking blast watching the pit bike races. We're gonna be back for the podcast here momentarily. Thank you guys. I hope y'all had fun watching a little intermission really quick, some pit bike racing and some vlogging. Yeah, and please like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate you guys so much. All these guys here are pretty much like family. It's their first podcast. It's our first podcast ever. I've done one with the Dirt Dudes, Chris and I did, but we appreciate you guys so much. We're gonna jump back to the podcast here in 3, 2, 1. Go.
Here we are back with the Offroad Diaries podcast. We're going to do a little Offroad Diaries after dark. We've had a good time with the Whiskey Throttle pit bike party for J-Mom's birthday here, celebrating her and all of her awesomeness. She's a totally rad chick. All of the Whiskey Throttle ladies are amazing. So we're going to wrap up this podcast session. We started off with the guys and it got a little crazy outside. A ton of people showed up. So we're going to close this out with the ladies of Whiskey Throttle. So we have with us, we have J-Mom, Jaden, and then we have Carly. This is Miss Funded by Carly. And then we have Heidi, who is Carly's sister. And we're just going to kind of pick up where we left off. So what we were talking about with the guys was where Whiskey Throttle started. And they kind of talked a little bit about how Jaden and Katie were... You're basically like the nucleus of Whiskey Throttle. And then they talked a little bit about, oh, Leia went in on the action. Come on, Leia Bean. Come on, baby. You're okay. Come on. You can get, come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. And so we talked a little bit about Colton and the YXZ and how the YXZ kind of started this whole, I guess, culture essentially of Whiskey Throttle. And you and Katie are the basis of Whiskey Throttle, and then you and Clinton, obviously you've known each other since high school, or
just right out of high school. So it was the first year out of high school that we were set up on a blind date. Actually.
Oh, a blind date.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me and Colton were too.
Yeah,
a blind date.
Oh, was this on a matchmaker website or was this by friends?
No, we didn't have social media back then.
Oh, well.
I think you were friends too, right?
No, so my uncle and his dad worked together.
Okay.
Yeah. Set us up on a blind date.
Welding
or? No, dairy.
actually.
He was the milkman, huh?
Yeah. The dad and the uncle were.
It's like watch the milkman, watch the FedEx guy.
There you go. Yeah, you better watch those guys. Well, he snatched you up, and you got 2 cute little kids to come with it, huh? Yeah.
It worked out.
Blind
dates do work.
Blind dates do work, according to J-Mom. Wow.
Yep.
You know what? I mean, Jonathan and I, we met, and then 2 weeks later, we got married in Vegas.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Yeah.
Makes Leia
How long
happy.
Have you been married?
It'll be 11 years in December.
Yeah, that worked out too.
It
Me
did?
and Colton were blind dates, and
Were
we're
you?
married 15 years,
I
been
love
together
it.
17. So.
Oh my gosh! And how long have you and Clint been together?
Oh my gosh, we're 20. What is it? 23. We've been married. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Lila's a little mad.
We've been married 10. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's sensitive. She's a big baby.
Yeah, married 10 years now, and nope, more than 10, 13. Holy cow! I don't even know what year it is.
I just gave Jaden the look like
that's wrong.
I think that's wrong.
It starts to fade away. I mean,
13
after
years.
so many years, it's like, you know.
Well, and then you add kids to the mix, and you just start. You lose your years.
Totally. Yeah.
I have to think about how old are my kids? How long have we been together, and then how long are we at the house? Like, you have to do the math. It's hard. You lose time. You blink and it all just goes away.
Fast. Oh my gosh. So the 2 of you together. Okay, so you and Colt have been together for almost what 17 years. Oh my gosh. So y'all have known each other
half
since
my life.
You met. Yeah. So 10 years since you and Clint have been together.
13. Okay, I'm sorry.
13.
13. I missed 3 years somewhere.
I can't wait for Clint to hear this. It's okay. I won't tell Clint.
Yeah. I think it's usually the men that get it wrong, but it's fine.
Hey, whatever. You've got plenty to take care of.
I know. We got a lot on the plate.
You do. You do.
She does.
So off-road lifestyle. So J-Mom here, which we talked a little bit about earlier. I'll put in some clips of J-Mom. She is a run. She gives the guys a run for her money.
Pure badass.
When it comes to racing, and you are fearless. And let's talk a little bit about your background. So obviously you have more of a history with dirt bikes before you got really into the side-by-side life. So how long have you been riding dirt bikes? What got you into dirt bikes? Did you grow up in Utah? Like, what really kind of gravitated you towards the off-road with the dirt bike lifestyle?
I actually grew up riding snowmobiles.
Did
That
you?
was like the where it all started. So I grew up riding snowmobiles from very, very young age. I think I was 3rd grade, and my mom's like, okay, you're on your own sled now. You don't need to
In 3rd
ride.
grade?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah, you don't need to ride with us anymore. You're on your own. So that's really where it all started. And then dirt bikes actually didn't really come until, a little bit when I was younger, but it was never anything like what it is now until Clint and I got married, which was back in 2010.
So were you doing more trail riding with dirt bikes? No,
it was just we're just going to hit the sand dunes.
Yeah.
And so we had 4-wheelers at first, and that was probably the first year, and it was probably before marriage actually. And then we got married, and then we're we're just going to do the dirt bike thing.
In fact, I was their wedding photographer for
Oh,
their
were you
wedding
really?
13 years ago.
Really?
And I have pictures of them in dirt bikes in the bed of their truck in her
Yeah.
wedding
Oh
dress
my
with
gosh.
the boots on.
Really?
It was
I
way
remember
back
that.
then. That
Oh, I love
I was
that.
oh my gosh, I would just wish I could be a part of her. I'm going to be you when I get older.
Aw, I love. So Heidi is Carly's sister.
Yes.
So obviously you guys have grown up together. Did you guys do any kind of off-roading growing up, or?
Well, it's different.
Ours is a little different.
Yeah, I would say it's different from the side-by-sides and dirt bikes. So we grew up doing rock crawling at Moab.
Okay.
So every Easter we would go to
Jeeps
Moab.
and-
Yeah, Jeeps, Broncos, trucks. We would go rock crawl and just, we would dive in. It's hardcore. We have a beginning and an end. We never did sand dunes. We never did side-by-sides or four-wheelers or anything like that. So as
But
soon
rock
as
crawling didn't phase us.
No.
No,
I mean,
not
that
at all.
was exciting for
Not
us.
even
Like,
a
it
little
didn't phase
bit.
us at all.
I love that.
we would just embrace every second of it and enthrall ourselves in every, high point.
You would kind of get like an adrenaline rush, like on certain.
Oh, huge.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
sure.
Get certain a trail every Easter. You can do a different trail.
Right.
We've done over like 30 trails in Moab, and so we would get highs from.
And
that.
sometimes we would repeat ourselves, so we do the same trail, year after year. We'd be like, oh, we know this one. We're good to go.
Time yourself.
Yeah.
See how
go
far
to the left, go to the right. We
Uh-huh.
feel like professionals, and then we get to the dunes when we started dating Colton and got involved in the side by sides, the dunes, the dirt bikes, the 4-wheelers. I felt lost.
Did you?
So lost. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. And Colton's like, oh, I'm just going to go this way. I'm going to go left. I'm going to go right. I'm going to spin go around this bowl.
And
I'm
kind
like,
of a natural.
what
So whether
in
we
the
were in a
world?
vehicle or a motorcycle or side by side, like
Colton is a
could
natural.
just figure it all out.
Yeah.
But we only know, like Jeeps and trucks and Broncos and
and
4-wheelers.
I think everything that we grew up on was very slow.
Well,
There's
it's
no
throttle.
crawling.
I don't
Yeah,
think
rock
it's
crawling.
really slow. It's throttle control. Like it's a totally different feeling when
there's
you're
no
rock
speed
crawling.
involved.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean,
but it's very technical.
yeah. And
Like, you're
Jaden,
very-
you grew up like
Faster pace.
it's faster pace,
Yeah.
speed. I grew up way different. So slow, steady. There's beginning and an end, controlled. Very calculated. And then I started dating Colton. He's like, we're gonna go to the sand dunes. I'm gonna start jumping. I'm gonna do short course. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, what is going on? The speed is crazy. And it was hard to really
a little more intense than we were used to.
Yeah, way more intense. It's hard to wrap my head around for the first few years. And then once I started seeing like the passion behind it and how comfortable everyone got, behind the wheel, I was like, okay, you do your thing.
Luckily,
I'm good.
Colton is super skilled. So when you watch how skilled he is, you have less stress. Because you can watch races like this and people are like, it's intense, it's scary. But Colton is super, super skilled. And so you watch him and you're like, oh, he knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, yeah. And then here comes Clint, and you watch him, you're like, oh, also he knows what he's doing.
I think it's just the thing with the
kind of calming.
I think comes with the Bybee name. Well, and I'll say comes with the Jaden name as well.
Oh,
Jade Mom.
Yeah.
Jade Mom, and all the Bybee brothers. There's no fear. There's no they don't let off the throttle. They just go. They're not scared. They want to do it scared. They want to try everything. They want to excel. They want to be great. And they don't care how, if they do it wrong or if they mess up. They just want to do it.
Right.
And I feel like they're all...
We didn't grow up that way.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the Bybees, like Clint, Colt, that's like all the Bybees, and Jaden, they're competitive. And I say that in a
100%.
positive way. They're competitive, but they will cheer for anyone else too. Like they know.
Oh, yeah.
Like
totally.
Yeah. They have like fans. They'll be on the sidelines. They'll be the first ones cheering for you.
Oh, absolutely.
But they're competitive, kind of against themselves, and they
Yeah.
want to win and do better than they did last time.
Yeah. Right.
And so I think that's what makes them really skilled too.
Well, I would think, Jaden, do you agree with this? That Clint and Colton, they both jump. They both do short course. They both, side by side, dirt bike. They do it all, right? They cheer each other on. Like,
they also talk
they're
mad. It's amazing. It's
yeah.
so fun.
That's what I was gonna say. They talk some mad, and they can get after each other. Like, I'm gonna beat you.
Right.
Like, you're gonna take
but
last.
They're each
I'm
other's
first.
biggest fans.
But even just this last event, Clint took first. Colton's machine broke.
Right.
Colton
took, and that was crazy too.
Yeah.
He was
it was amazing.
you and he broke.
But Colton took first the event before, so it was just back-to-back events.
Right.
Colton took first. Clinton took first. They were talking some mad beforehand, but when Clinton won, Colton was the first one at the top of that hill, cheering Colton on,
lose his
hugging
mind.
him,
Right.
like almost in tears, like my brother just won.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe it. I'm so proud.
And same thing with Huckfest too.
Absolutely.
Whatever,
Yes.
it's like as soon as you were in the car with Clinton when y'all came up for the final little
They're
skip
right
over.
there.
Always super, super supportive. And it's not just the brothers too, right? Like you have this almost like sister bond because you guys spend a lot of time together. A lot of time
I
together.
kind of like Jaden.
Yeah, I mean, you're both pretty cool chicks, but then it also passes down to the kids
100%.
too.
Yeah.
And the kids, like they enjoy spending time together. There's that family rivalry, right? Like you still have this major competition, but you also have this love for each other. And it's like, oh, if you get hurt, like, oh, I'm going to be right there. If you lose, if you win, whatever, we're going to be right there.
No matter what
until
happens,
that
we're there.
finish line happens, like there's still that rivalry and that competition that happens until the very end.
It's cool because they're mostly competitive against themselves, like personally, and so it doesn't become personal, and they're each other's biggest fans for sure.
Yeah. Clint and Colton are the same, where they'll beat themselves up and they try to push themselves to be better the next day than, you know, like I'm going to be better tomorrow than I was today. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to race faster, jump farther.
Yeah.
And they beat themselves up. But at the end of the day, if they win, great. If their brother wins, great.
Right.
Like,
it's still the family name, and it's Whiskey
Throttle.
And
they love each other, and it's huge support, but then they're so proud of themselves when they do win. Like, it's a good balance. It is a really, really good balance.
But it's not just Jaden. It's not just Katie or Clinton 100%. Or Colton. Like, it's Whiskey Throttle. It's
that's
this
what I was
name
going to
and
say
this
next
brand.
is, like, they don't win alone.
No.
They don't.
Yeah.
Like, everything in Colton's machine was a team effort.
Right.
Clint's machine, team effort.
Jaden's machine,
team effort. They all just pitch in and help each other out, like, no matter what it takes.
Yeah.
I think Oklahoma was like huge for us to like, we really felt that one. That was hard.
Oklahoma was, it slapped us in the face.
This last Oklahoma? Or the very first one?
The first one was
Jay in 2021.
And
Jay.
We felt that one really hard.
And that's what the guys were talking about earlier, is they were even saying, like, on the way home, they were saying, like, do we fix the YXC? Do we not? And then they said they were listening to a podcast. And then after listening to that podcast, they were like, okay, we're going to fix the YXC and we're going to keep moving forward.
How many times did we go back and forth, like, we're not going? We're going. Yeah. We're not going. We're
Seriously.
going.
It was like, I felt like I was being whiplashed. I was like, we're going. No, just kidding. We're not going. Oh, okay, we're actually going. Yeah. But it was like literally they were just scrambling to get everything ready. So
but it turned out to be such a great
trip. It's also pretty common for these Bippy boys.
I'm sure.
They scramble to get it together, and they always pull it off.
Yeah.
They always pull it off.
Which is impressive.
So impressive.
Yeah.
We're good at flying by the seat of our pants.
I was just going to say that. I think Oklahoma was the best example of like how our our vibe, our chaos is. I mean, I say chaos, but it is just our livelihood. Like that's how we live. We just go all the time. We're nonstop. We're moving. We make the decision at the the last minute. Last second. We're at this and
sometimes
I think
you function better that way because it's like a hustle.
Yeah. But then we have weekends where it's like, oh, we don't have anything planned. What do? We do better when it's just
constant
chaos. And I think Oklahoma really pointed that out. Like we do better when it's like, do we go? Do we not go? Do we go? Do we fix the YXZ? Do we not fix the YXZ? And Oklahoma was the best trip.
It really was.
That we've had in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
And you also could secretly ask Jaden and Carly, like, behind the scenes, like, do you think you guys are going to go? And they'd be like, yeah, we're going. But meanwhile, the boys would be like, I don't know if we're going. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what we're going to do. And then
but we
Jaden and Carly
might have.
Yeah,
we're going.
Yeah, we might have
said
that.
They're like,
they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're the best supporters for sure.
Yeah. I think
that's awesome.
Me and Jaden pack the buses primarily.
I'm sure.
I mean, we had the buses packed.
Just be prepared.
Yeah.
Just in case I'm going to buy this grocery list.
Yeah.
They say they're ready to go, and Carly and Jaden are like, we know.
Yeah. Me and Jaden are pretty close to the same.
Yeah.
When it comes to be like supportive, taking care of the family, holding it together, loyal. I mean, just
they couldn't have
the whole
better
group,
wives for sure.
I think.
Oh, no doubt. No way.
Well,
there's
like,
no way.
I think I'm a cool wife, but then I see Jaden and Carly, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, the motto is funded by Carly, right? So, I mean, it's on the YXZ that says funded by Carly.
That was a surprise, by the way. I had no idea that was coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you heard that story?
He told you,
now it's a staple.
Like he had a surprise for you.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that story. Yeah. We need to hear it.
Well, he was fixing the YXZ from one of his brakes, several. I'm just going to say several. But he came home and was like, hey, I'm putting the YXZ together. I have, I'm buying this part, all these links. We're buying stuff. We're putting it together, getting ready for the next event. And he said, I have a surprise for you. And I was like, sweet. Let's see it. And he's like, it's not ready yet. Well, how boring is that? Like, I have to wait how long?
Why would you tell me there's a surprise without presenting the surprise?
And then he's like, well, it might be a couple months. I'm like,
oh,
how awful.
Yeah, that's terrible.
To come home and be like, hey, wifey, I have a surprise. You have to wait 2 months for it. I'm like,
and it's not like we like speak YXZ, so she's like, what? Yeah, what is the surprise you're going to show me? I don't know what this part means.
In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what did you do to the passenger seat? Is there like a handlebar? Is there like a pink seat belt, like a hot pink seat,
something
like
special?
Yeah, something special. Like, what's going on? I'm like, I would love a hot pink seat and a pink handle. Like, just make it my little section. Nope. 2 months later, he's like, hey, come out in the garage, and he's like, do you see anything funny? I'm like looking at it, and I'm looking at the A-arms, the axles, the seats, the steering wheel, the stickers, the colors. I mean, you name it. The plastics, the cage, everything. The shocks, I mean, the tires, everything.
Going into detail.
I can't find anything.
Nothing.
That stood out that I didn't remember buying. And
Not
I'm
at all.
What is going on? And he's like, look real close. And it's funded by Carly. And I'm like, oh. That's really funny.
And has it been in the same spot the whole time?
He's
just right on the front.
He's changed colors, but it's been in the same spot.
Same spot. You have your spot on the white.
And then he breaks apart and says, hey, Carly, I need this
Here's the link.
I need you to dish up, lady. Sugar mama.
Yep,
Sugar mama for the parts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, it says funded by Carly, but we got funded by Carly and Jade Mom. Because she's the mom of the group. She holds everything together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
she also does so much like behind the scenes that
my gosh, you guys have no idea.
Nobody knows.
Really?
Like,
oh yeah.
I don't even hardly know.
I mean,
anything, but
I know I do a lot. I hold a lot together. I hold the family together, the kids, the finance. I mean, you name it. I hold it all together.
Yeah.
All the broken machine parts.
She's holding a business together too, right?
Just a heads up. I'm like an eighth of what Jaden does.
Oh gosh, you're getting
when I say, I mean, just because Jaden's older than me.
Oh god, is this by months?
By months,
by months.
But I'm gonna be Jaden when I grow up. I am gonna be Jaden when I grow up.
In 6 months from now, is it 6 months?
Yeah.
What is it? Because we're literally all like you, me, Jaden, Katie, Clint. Who else?
Jordan,
Riley, and Riley.
You guys are all the same age.
Yeah, we're all 34. All of us are 34. But I'm February, so I'm pretty sure. So you're March.
February too.
Oh, I'm February 3rd.
Oh, 21st. But
are you an Aquarius?
I'm a Pisces.
Oh, you're a Pisces.
Oh
no,
girl.
Hi, Alexis.
But Jane does so much behind the scenes, like even whether I don't even know like half of the stuff. Not even half.
Well, you make all the apparel, right?
She also make like personal just for our family. Apparel, but she does all the business stuff.
I don't think people realize like. So I take mine and Colton's relationship and our whole, the YXZ, Huckleberry, the Jump, Huckfest, all of it, all our events, the chaos, our family vibe, all of it. I hold everything together. And I'm not saying that Colton doesn't do a big part in that. Colton works his butt off, right? Colton works really hard. We're pretty even, but I do hold a good chunk of the hard stuff down. Jaden is the same way. Where Clint works his butt off. Jaden works her butt off. She holds the kids down. She packs the stuff. She does the grocery shopping. I mean, we do a good chunk of our trips and the vibe and our whole chaos.
Yeah.
But aside from that, Whiskey Throttle, it's Jaden. Jaden has the vision, the mindset, the creativity. She holds down
100%.
the whole, the business, the structure.
Designs,
she has
ideas.
Designs, ideas, the motive, the destination, the passion. It comes from Clint and Jaden is a huge push in that. Mm-hmm. And over the last couple of years, really pushing Whiskey Throttle. I don't think I've loved Jaden more than I have.
Yeah. Aww.
She's got some serious drive. And
you are.
So not only that, but like she does all this behind the scenes things that nobody knows. Nobody knows this. Only the Whiskey Throttle people know this.
You can video it.
And then behind the scenes, she does this, holds her family together, her marriage, her life. She's like
Whiskey Throttle,
super focused on being physically fit.
Look better than
Listen, but then on top of that, then she does all this, like her personal things, her family things, Whiskey Throttle things. Then she decides she's going to compete.
Right?
And then girl shows up and she
puts the boys to shame.
Yes, and she does, and she shows up. She shows up. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
she is so fun to watch.
And
It is fun.
So
to
fun.
take aside credit to her, like how she grew up and her mom. I remember talking to your mom like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, and I was like, I didn't mean this rude, but I was like, why is Jaden and her sisters the way they are? Like, good. They are like the perfect from head to toe.
How did you make them so amazing?
They're gorgeous from head to toe. They're perfect. They're bad. They're fearless. They try everything. They're smart. I mean, they're motivated. They work hard. Like, how did you get to this point? And her mom was like, I just made her do everything scared. And so,
Yeah.
It's actually really.
yeah. And she was like, I made her do everything scared. So then the next week, I kid you not, I went into my son's notebook. He has this little business notebook where he's trying to build business.
Really said that too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like.
Yeah. So I was like, well, my son wants to be an entrepreneur. He's, working on a couple businesses. He has this little book where he writes down quotes and, business ideas and, functions and motivation training, things like that. And I just wrote, do it scared.
I love that.
So I was like, if anybody could take do it scared and turn out like Jaden, you're going to win.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna cry.
This is good stuff. Wow, we're getting deep in here with the ladies. I like it. I like it.
How do you tell Jaden you're her biggest fan without telling Jaden you're her biggest fan?
I mean, she's pretty amazing, right? Like,
I mean, me and Heidi just high-fived, like, yep.
You think about it, like, it takes a lot of courage alone to get behind the wheel of a side-by-side, right? Like, it's it's male-dominated sport. There are a lot of males. There's not a lot of women. Exactly. Yeah. And like you have these women who are not afraid to get behind the wheel of the car, whether they're rock crawling or they're in the dunes or they're putting a neck brace on and they're going out and they're jumping against other men and you're the only woman in the competition. It means a lot. And then you have these little girls that see that and it's empowering and it feels really great to see that you don't have to be a guy, like, and not to make it
masculine, right?
Like femininity or what. Right. I mean, it's awesome, right? It is empowering, and it's really cool to see that you have no fear to get out there and you'll compete with the guys. And it's even like kids alone too, like Savage Sage, and he'll get out there, and he's 9 years old, and he may not jump as big or far as anybody else, but he still tries.
He's still out there,
and it's the effort and the practice and the heart that 100%. You give. That is super motivating and it's really empowering and it's really freaking rad.
Well, and I think aside from like being a little girl or like a little kid being like, okay, all these guys are doing this, they're jumping, it's crazy. This chick is, jumping her side by side. She just got in there. It's awesome. She's a bad. I'm going to be that girl when I grow up.
Right.
But it's awesome for us adults too.
Absolutely.
Like there's this woman out there that is not afraid of messing up.
Yeah. Yeah. And we all mess up, and it's not even just watching you jump, but there's so many women that they want to get behind the seat and just ride through the dunes and just like get practice in, and they, it's like trying to find that comfortability, and because it's intimidating.
It is comfortability. So I don't mean like there's this woman out there that's not afraid to mess up. Not that Jaden messes up all the time, but she's not scared of it.
Right.
Yeah, no,
like,
you made sense.
There's been times where she does a jump or she, rides the dunes or she does short course. And
like tonight,
maybe
she definitely crashed and I have it on video.
There's times.
You'll have to send that to me so I can drop it in so we can show you this.
Yes. There's times when Jaden messes up and there's times I feel I want to do short course so bad. I remember buying a Can-Am. I'm gonna do short course. I'm gonna do this. I'm scared to death. We sold it. Jaden just does it. Scared.
Meanwhile, she still has a full-time job. She's a mother of two. She's married to a crazy animal.
Just in case.
Plant,
and you're making apparel. You make all the apparel, right?
We can't even talk about all the stuff she does.
Yeah.
If you wanted to know,
I think you guys are hyping me up a lot more than
I think you deserve it. Yeah. I think there's no hyping you up. I think this is just a reflection of what you do.
And I don't think the reason I'm talking about it so much is I don't think you hear it enough.
Yeah.
Like we love you.
Well, and you don't hear it enough because not many people know how much you do.
100%,
right?
yeah.
Not even me.
But we're so busy.
Carly does, but
and I sit there and I support Colton. I'm on the same level. Like, I do so much too, right? But you do a lot, and it's hard to hear, or rare to hear, like, you're doing a lot. We love you.
for sure.
Mm.
Well, I'm excited for you to ride short course with me.
I'm riding short course with you.
Yes. Wait, this is
It's
news
so
to me.
much fun. I have ridden in the back seat with J-Mom.
Make this.
You guys.
What's happening? This is news.
Oh,
No, this is happening.
Yeah.
You're gonna ride
So
short course
in
with her?
Oregon,
Yeah.
I remember sitting on the sidelines.
This is amazing.
And I know. I didn't know that. In case
I love
anyone was like wanted to know anything about Carly, I'm super scared of speed.
Are you really?
Yes.
Really?
And I'm super
I mean,
scared.
you're
Like-
a born and raised rock crawler,
Yeah,
so
so
speed is
Well, I know, but
different
still, but
story.
it's almost like a roller coaster.
It's
Sometimes
not-
you're just
which
kind
we
of
also hate.
super
Oh,
scared of speed.
you don't like roller coasters? Oh, well, that definitely could affect. Yeah.
So super scared of speed. Colton got crazy. I mean, it's just a lot, right? Like there's risks and all these factors that I put into play, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. It's what? I'm so excited. I didn't know you did. So in Oregon, I mean, Colton's trying to teach me. I mean, same thing. Like, do it scared. Get out of go out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So you can learn how to be like feel safe and feel fearless. And I had a car accident where it was like I just wanted to stop. I was like, I don't want to be involved. But this last year, I watched Jaden race a little bit. So in Oklahoma, I was like, or Oregon, excuse me. In Oregon at UTV Takeover, I was watching her do short course, and I was like, dang it.
You were craving it.
Seconds away from being like, Jaden, I have a helmet. Can I go with you? But
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
should've.
I didn't dare ask her because I didn't know if she'd be like, no.
You just have this little voice.
And then you feel like you put the driver in a situation. Because some drivers, like, it is.
And I was
it's
trying to be
nerve-wracking
considerate
to have
'cause
a passenger.
100%. And I've heard a lot of drivers say, like, no, like the weight distribution or.
Well, it's not only that,
stress.
it's the stress of having a
of
passenger
having-
and making sure that
Yes.
they're okay and you
and
wanting to
comfortable,
drive comfortably
and like
but
if
not
something
hurt
were to
somebody.
go wrong, like yes, they don't get hurt. So
Right.
I was like, I'm not gonna ask her. And the whole time I was watching you do short course, I was like,
I should have asked her.
So how did it come that you guys decided to do this?
At the end of short course, I told Jaden, I was like, oh my gosh, I was gonna ask you if I could go, and she's like, you should have. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so excited.
Like, oh my god, I just got permission. Oh my god.
Yeah, Jaden's like,
It's happening.
you should have. She's so excited. I'm like,
So is this in San Hollow? This is happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
I did not know.
And our
that.
home turf.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
Sand Hollow.
So
yeah.
I'm throwing on a helmet and I'm going with the badass chick.
I love
We're
it.
doing
It's so much fun.
this.
I didn't even ask whenever I jumped in. When you
You're
were
just
when
like,
you raced
I'm
in
getting in.
Sand Hollow, I'm like,
Cool,
I'm
let's
getting
do
in
this.
here. Okay. Katie Bug was in the front passenger. I was in
Yeah.
the back passenger. J Mom. Oh, you freaking
Okay, I was-
killed
That was your
it, dude.
that
first
was,
time,
like,
right?
so much
Was
fun.
that your first time?
Yeah, and I learned later that I actually had the slow key.
Yes, yeah. We accidentally had the friend
that.
key instead of the performance
So,
key,
there's
and
a
you would have
key.
totally. Oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
like
there's a way you
Because it
can
was
turn
so
the key.
close.
it's the Can-Am. It's Can-Am. Can-Am has a white key and a green key.
Are
It's
you in
like the
someone
front
else's
key.
machine?
Or no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
we were in Troy's
Yeah,
Troy's
there's-
in
four-seater.
Troy's machine.
So
Mhm.
my old Can-Am had the same thing. So there's a white key, green key.
Uh-huh.
One is slow, one is fast.
Yeah.
Or like
One's like the valet
eco
key,
mode.
and
I
the
knew
other
someone
one
was
is
in your machine. So
the
who
real
was in
key.
it? Was it her and Katie?
Katie.
Katie was in the front seat.
I was in the
Krista
back.
was in the back.
Krista was in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it was
you-
so much
so
freaking fun.
fun.
No, you
It was
will
the
be.
best
Freaking out. I
time.
was like, oh my gosh.
And that's when you
I was like, go
is that-
faster! Yeah, it was
Just like spark
amazing.
your fire. You're like, okay, here we go.
She raced
I'm doing
against
this.
a professional racer
no, it
and
was
was
amazing.
neck and neck. Like
Absolutely.
oh my god,
But with two passengers.
there was a slight hesitation at the start, and if you would have nailed it right at the start, you would have totally had him.
I mean,
like it
but
was
literally
so
her first time
close.
without training.
It was
That's
amazing. It was.
I remember
amazing.
at the very end when they flagged you down. So there's this video out there, UTV Takeover. They flagged you down. They're like, okay, stop here, right? And he jumped over to the passenger side and he was like, you guys did so good. And you're like, oh my gosh.
That was probably our video.
All three. I'm sure it was.
you guys
Off-Road
like
Diaries.
Jaden's voice, Katie's voice. It's like, oh my God.
It was like, it was awesome. Yeah.
But you're
like, that was
so
much fun.
excited.
It was super
and it was awesome to watch. So I was like, I want to go with Jaden.
Yes.
I want to go with Jaden.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's like an adrenaline rush, and you're in the passenger seat. So you're trusting this person, and you're sitting there, and you're trying to focus on the route, right? Or the course, or whatever it is, either whether it's down and back, even if it's blind banded, especially like when it comes to takeover, they have a great variety of different types of races that you can compete in, whether you're a beginner or a professional racer.
Yeah, they have like
and
barrel and like the runway.
Yeah, the little stuff. Yeah, there's a lot.
Little to big to short course to barrel races to everything in between, and it doesn't matter what
I'm
you're.
I'm do the short course for my first time ever and have 2 passengers.
But see,
No big deal.
that's
No
the
big
great
deal.
thing about takeover is it doesn't matter what like how great of a driver you are. You can jump in and you can try it, and whether you may get up next to someone else that's a amateur or a professional driver that races all the time, but it pushes you to push harder, because then especially like you see this person and you're neck and neck with them, like the adrenaline, you're like, oh man, like it's so exciting, and you're in the moment, you're like, I just want to go faster, and you're trying to push through it, and it's exciting.
What made you decide to do that? Like, was that planned, or was that just like whim? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it real quick.
Well, it was kind of whim. I've always loved to go fast.
Right.
I think that's just always been
And you're
part of
competitive.
yeah.
You're super
Very
competitive.
But Troy was just like, someone should drive my car, and I was like, okay.
Sure, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'll do it.
I mean, if anybody could drive, Jaden.
You don't have to ask me twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But did it just spark something in you? Like, oh my gosh, I loved that. Like, you just loved it.
But I think, I've always just loved really going fast. I've always wanted to race. I remember me and my sister, we went to, I guess me and my sister and my mom, we went to these snowmobile drags, and my sister was like, you should do this. I could see you doing this. Like, this is your, the speed is your thing kind of thing. So ever since then,
I feel the same way about my first time seeing you.
I should race. I love going.
I'm glad that you race because it's exciting watching you, and then you can only get better the more you practice, and it's like getting that first time jitters out. Oh, like every time, of course, there's that jitter. Oh, we got some revving in the background. I'm sure you can hear it. They're out there. They're wild. They're wild. But you get you have that first time jitters, and it's exciting, and you're like, you get the rabbit foot and everything, and then every time, of course, there's that same jitter. What's up, Clinton? You want to come on in?
Oh, Clint's joining.
Are you coming in? Oh no, he canceled. He shut himself down.
It's so funny that you say rabbit foot, because I remember
I get it all the time
doing rock crawling.
Oh yeah,
and I got the rabbit foot really bad. And I was like,
you're like,
oh my gosh, I don't think I can go. Colton, you have to take my spot. Like it gets nerve wracking. So to move past that is it's awesome.
It's funny because I always think of I always ask Clint or even Colt when jumping Are you nervous? Like, are you freaking out? Like, they're like, no, there's just this really calmness that comes over you whenever it's time to go.
Really?
I didn't really understand that until I actually
You're
jumped.
in that moment.
So when did you feel that? When did you feel the calmness? This last jump, your most recent one?
Well, the first time jumping.
Oh, your first time
jumping, because you're just it's.
Was that on the backside of Little Sahara? That was your very first.
Would you
drop a clip in here of her very first jump?
It's either stay calm or freak out, and feel like you have to stay calm, otherwise it's not gonna.
Because then you feel like you're in control.
That's actually a super interesting perspective, because I would imagine you'd be freaking out.
Would you agree that I don't know if it's any different from Colt and Clint, but thinking about it and planning and getting up on that backside and lining up, you're a little nervous. But as soon as you put foot to the pedal, it's there's a calmness, right? Yeah. So Colton's the same way. When he does Huckfest, he's nervous, right? He's getting dressed in his fire suit and he's got his boots on, and I'm giving him a hug and a kiss, our usual routine. He's nervous.
Speak to him because he's a miserable soul.
Yes, and he's a little nervous. But the minute he puts his butt on that seat and buckles in, there's a calmness. It's a part of him. When he's not in his seat, it's okay, I'm kind of nervous. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. I got all this chaos going on.
Yeah.
As soon as the butt hits the seat and the foot touches the pedal.
So
like a tunnel vision.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. It's the same thing, right?
Your first time you felt the calmness, huh?
Yeah.
You're seated and you're
have to.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think it's like control.
Felt that.
You have the control, yeah.
Oh, okay, this is happening.
Your camera's too hot. It's because Carly and I are in it.
You ladies are too hot for the camera.
Well, we had talked about it beforehand, like getting me a machine, or even just like Clint and I just like kind of switching off. Yeah. But it's, I guess as soon as I drove his machine, I was like, okay, we need to.
This was fun.
We need to sell our 4-seater, and we need to do two-seaters so that we can make this happen individually. Like you can do yours and I can do mine, and we're not having to like jump back and forth, because that's what we did the first year. I did barrel racing in Clint's car. Actually, that was the first event I did. I didn't jump in Troy's until later in that.
Well, it was Takeover. Yeah. Takeover at Sand Hollow, and barrel racing.
Yeah, so I did barrel racing first. I blew a bead, so obviously I didn't finish. But then I was able to drive Troy's car, and then I actually was able to like at least compete. Yeah, I didn't.
But you have a very like natural instinct to driving and understanding like the concept of sliding and accelerating. Like you have this, and not everybody has that. Like not everybody has that natural instinct when it comes to driving and getting behind the wheel of a car and understanding the concept of maneuvering, especially an off-road vehicle. Whenever you're on knobbies and you're in dirt and it's rutted up and you're trying to like finagle through this, like I mean it's so
the speed intrigues her, and then the competition too.
Oh, totally. Yeah. So you said the barrel racing first, and then you raced the short course racing and Troy's machine, and then that was in Takeover in Utah, and then Coos Bay you raced again, but then now you're in your own machine
at that point.
So your machine now is Clint's old car.
Yes.
And what exactly is so it's a Turbo S, right? Is it a Turbo S or Turbo S? What year is it?
2020.
2020. Yeah. So how do you feel now? So you've got a good like jump seat in it for security and everything. So how are you feeling with? Well, I mean, Utah's coming up. We're about a month away at this point for Takeover in Utah. So how are you feeling with the comfortability wise of being in that Turbo S and kind of getting the feel for it and what you've raced in? So at Takeover Coos Bay, you did the race the clock. You did race the clock,
barrels, and I did Huckfest. And then I did Blind Bandit, but I mean.
But I won second place. So.
Did you get second in Blind Bandit?
I did get second place. I won.
Did you really?
I don't know who took first, but I think they cheated. I'm just kidding. I totally take that back. But we did really, really good in Blind Bandit.
It's bedtime. Oh, okay.
Oh, is it?
We're about
No,
Papa Clint came in and told us it's
no, I'm kidding. First place
11:30.
First place totally earned it. They killed it. I mean, they beat the clock. It was awesome.
I tried to do as many events as I could.
Yeah.
No,
I think Jaden's machine's just so loud. You guys struggled with the Blind Bandit, right?
Well, we got a new exhaust.
Okay, good.
So it's not as loud.
Good.
But we did break some bolts when we were out at UMC this last weekend.
Oh, did you?
We do have to
How did you break bolts? You didn't even race the side by sides.
We did race a little.
Oh, did you?
Just a little bit.
Well, actually,
there was a little bit, and I broke some motor mounts, so I have to fix those before Utah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I have all the faith that will happen, and we'll be good. I'm really excited.
We've done more in a shorter amount of time for Oklahoma.
100%.
So
I'm sure.
If we can make it to J Oklahoma, we can make it to any event.
Yes, it's gonna happen, and I'm really excited.
Yeah. I love that. Well, I guess we're getting cut off by the guys here. They're telling us our time has been shut.
They told us it's bedtime.
They did say it's bed. Oh, now we have Alexis here telling us it's.
I love you. Bye.
She loves you. Bye. Goodbye. We love you. Leia. Aw. So I guess we're getting wrapped up. Not even intentionally. We've only been talking for 46 minutes, and did you guys know? Literally, we're at 46 minutes now that we've been recording.
It's chatting
here.
Because I feel like
it's
we
great.
Just got started.
It's great. I know. I know. We talk a lot more fluidly than the guys do. That's for sure. So I guess we'll have to wrap this up. We'll have to reconvene. We will definitely have to reconvene and get just some chatting. It's fun, and then, I mean, we'll probably have to do this at Takeover. I feel like that's a good follow-up and
that's
catch
one of
up
the
on
best
some
ideas
racing.
you've had in a while.
What was that?
What did you say? I said that's one of the best ideas you've had in a while. We should do this in
Let's do it.
Takeover.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. I think we should. We should plan it for Takeover. So you guys will have to stick along. This is just this is kind of like a fun trial. We're in Misty. Again, I said earlier, we're literally in our weekend warrior motorhome trying to create a podcast. And here we are with limited space and limited sources. But
we make what works.
We do make it work. That's the Whiskey Throttle way right there.
I mean, we're all in school buses. So.
That's right.
Right?
We'll have to get a school bus. We need a little school bus. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Offroad Diaries. And I guess that's all. We'll see you later. See you later. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
All right, we hung out over here at the bench for a little while. Met these really cool people with their cute puppy dogs. So now we got a limp Vern back because he bent a wheel or something. Had no air. So we're gonna head back.